Hello and welcome to the viewers of this video. This is the Orange Fan here, bringing you another entry for the episode Recap and Thoughts category. This video will be dedicated to the Funimation dub of episode 119 of Dragonball Super. We begin this episode with Vegeta fighting Kato Pesra again, and it's shortly after the fight begins when Kato Pesra uses his suit's mode change ability to switch to ultimate mode. The yellow parts of the suit are now purple, the B on the suit changes to a U, and Kato Pesra reveals that both his strength and speed become 300 times more powerful while in ultimate mode. Vegeta transforms to Super Saiyan and continues to fight Kato Pesra. Eventually, Kato Pesra launches his ultimate attack, which he calls Kato Pesra the Final Mission, and Vegeta counters by launching the Final Flash. A quick beam struggle occurs and Vegeta wins the beam struggle. Kato Pesra is launched towards the edge of the arena, but he manages to regain his footing. Suddenly, an invisible attack of some kind knocks Kato Pesra off the arena. Moscow inquires Kato Pesra about what happened after Kato Pesra is teleported to the spectator seats, and Universe 3's Angel Assistant translates Moscow's question. Kato Pesra says it felt like someone attacked his feet, and then Kato Pesra takes off his mask. So we, the viewers, get a clear look at Kato Pesra's face. He is a humanoid blue alien with white hair. Vegeta is standing near the edge of the arena. He changes back to his normal form, and he thinks Kato Pesra fell off the arena by being clumsy. Suddenly, Vegeta is hit with an invisible attack, but Universe 7's Saiyan Prince is able to grab the edge of the arena and pull himself back up. Gohan is also hit with an invisible attack, but Piccolo uses his stretching arms technique to pull Gohan back to the arena. Gohan thanks Piccolo for the help and explains what happened to him. This leads to Piccolo wondering if there's a possibility that there might be another fighter who can use the time skip ability besides Hit. Most of the fighters still participating in the Tournament of Power try to find the source of these invisible attacks, but they can't sense an energy signature from these attacks, so this leads to Piccolo concluding that this fighter is able to hide their energy signature. Suddenly, Android 18 is hit with multiple invisible attacks, and Catella's laughing leads to Beerus and Krillin realizing that these attacks are coming from a member of the Universe 4 team. Master Roshi figures that this fighter is invisible, and Catella confirms that Roshi's guess is accurate. Piccolo helps Android 18 by launching an explosive energy wave to hit the invisible fighter, but the invisible fighter manages to escape shortly afterwards. Whis points out that the attack Piccolo just performed has great range, but comes at the cost of draining too much stamina, which means an attack like that can't be used too often. Roshi then recalls when Yamcha faced off against an invisible fighter back in classic Dragon Ball, so Roshi tells Gohan to cover the invisible fighter with something, and Roshi suggests a nosebleed, which was how the invisible fighter that Yamcha fought was exposed back in classic Dragon Ball. Roshi's suggestion does give Gohan an idea, and Gohan starts to tell Piccolo about this idea, but we, the viewers, don't get to hear what the idea is exactly. So after that, we see Gohan launching multiple energy blasts throughout the arena, and Catella insists that nothing they do will defeat the invisible fighter. Catella also reveals that the invisible fighter's name is Gamisalis. So while Catella insists that they won't be able to stop Gamisalis, we quickly find out what exactly Gohan's strategy is. The energy blasts that Gohan launched have created a dust cloud, and the dust cloud reveals Gamisalis' silhouette. So Gamisalis' silhouette resembles a humanoid chameleon. That's the best way I can think to describe Gamisalis' silhouette. But in any case, Piccolo lands a punch on Gamisalis. Gami-Salas, voiced by Chris Kaysen, attempts to charge towards Piccolo, but Piccolo is able to easily dodge and says something along the lines about how Gami-Salas is not a threat when he is visible. Piccolo then launches a mouth blast to knock Gami-Salas off the arena, so the Grand Minister declares that Gami-Salas has been eliminated from the Tournament of Power, and Gami-Salas apologizes for being eliminated. Beerus boasts that the 7th Universe team will find ways to counter Kitela's tricks, but Universe 4's Destroyer thinks to himself that there is more to come. So some of the Universe 7 characters are congratulating Gohan and Piccolo for defeating Gami-Salas, but Kitela then tells a small blue alien to begin an attack. Kitela reveals that this small blue alien's name is Shansa. Shansa creates a red dome, and shadow versions of the Trio of Danger, Hop, and Sorrel appear before Gohan and Piccolo. These shadow versions of these characters from Universe 9 say something along the lines about seeking revenge. Piccolo figures that these shadow fighters are just illusions of the members of the Universe 9 team, but these illusions start to fight back. We also see that Gohan and Piccolo are not the only Universe 7 characters fighting illusions of characters that have been erased from existence from other universes. Goku is attacked by an illusion of Botamo, Android 17 is attacked by an illusion of Kakunsa, and Android 18 is attacked by an illusion of Prom. Gohan comments about not sensing any energy signatures from the illusions. Piccolo, though, brings up that he senses 2 energy signatures. According to Piccolo, one of these energy signatures is staying in one spot, and another energy signature is in motion. This leads to Gohan piecing together that one fighter is creating the illusions, while another fighter is attacking to give the impression that these illusions are the ones attacking, or that the illusions are fighting back. So Piccolo jumps into the air, and he sees Shansa from a distance. Piccolo then launches an energy blast towards Shansa, and Shansa falls off the arena. Kitela yells at Shansa, and Shansa, voiced by Holly Franklin, apologizes for being eliminated from the tournament. So, after Shansa has been eliminated from the Tournament of Power, the illusions and Red Dome disappear, and Piccolo is suddenly attacked by the fighter who was trying to give the impression that the illusions were attacking. Krillin and Beerus think that the Universe 4 team has another invisible fighter. Piccolo comments that this fighter can't hide their energy signature like how Gami-Salas was able to hide his energy signature, and Kitela begins to panic. Piccolo, however, has a hard time finding the exact location of this fighter's energy signature, and eventually the fighter manages to knock Piccolo off the arena, and Kitela reveals that he was just pretending to panic. The Grand Minister declares that Piccolo has been eliminated from the Tournament of Power, and Piccolo is teleported to the spectator seats. Krillin inquires Piccolo about what happened, and Piccolo says that he wasn't able to hit the fighter even though he could sense the fighter's energy signature. Kitela encourages this fighter to continue facing off against fighters still participating in the Tournament of Power, and urges the fighter to eliminate these other fighters. Kitela also reveals that this fighter's name is Damam. So Damam tries to knock Android 17 off the arena, but Goku is able to save Android 17. Unfortunately, Goku is unable to hit Damam. Goku is unable to hit Damam, even though he can sense Damam's energy signature. Android 17, however, notices some dust running around the arena, and Android 17 then provokes Damam to attack him, and Android 17 also closes his eyes. So after Damam tries to attack Android 17, eventually Android 17 almost hits Damam with an energy blast, and Android 17 says that most of the Universe 7 characters are confused about what exactly is going on with Damam because they can sense Damam's energy signature. So Android 17 says that, essentially Android 17 says that because the other Universe 7 characters were able to sense Damam's energy signature, it led to them to come up with speculation, hypothesis, or theories that aren't actually are inaccurate. They're not actually the case. Or yes, the guesses that the other Universe 7 characters came up with are not accurate. So Android 17 then reveals that Damam is not invisible. Damam is actually very small. So we, the viewers, finally get to see Damam, and he looks like a green humanoid bug. And like Android 17 says, Damam is extremely small. Master Roshi realizes that Damam's size is why the other Universe 7 characters weren't able to land a hit on him, and Piccolo realizes that he was too focused on sensing Damam's energy signature to notice the sounds that Damam was making. Whis and Shin also figure that Gami Salas being an invisible fighter and Damam being very small also threw most of the Universe 7 characters off about what type of fighter Damam truly was. So Catella urges Damam not to fall off the arena, and Damam, voiced by Bruce Dubois, says that figuring out what type of fighter he is won't do them any good. Tien admits that Damam's size makes it hard to land a hit on him, and Master Roshi makes a point to mention that Damam's size also means that they have to be very careful about not accidentally breaking the no-killing rule. Android 17 notices that Damam doesn't have any wings and tells Goku that they have a chance of defeating Damam if they can put a stop to his jumping around. That's how Damam has been fighting. He's been jumping all over the place. So Goku punches the ground to cause Damam to lose his footing, and Android 17 is able to land an energy blast on Damam. So Goku and Android 17 perform this strategy 3 times, and then Android 17 traps Damam in an energy barrier, and then Android 17 throws the energy barrier with Damam inside of it off the arena. Damam apologizes for being eliminated, but Catella attempts to stomp on Damam in anger. The Omnikings tap Damam's image, which is now visible, on their respective god pads, and they prepare to erase Universe 4 from existence. Catella begins to panic and says that he will take everyone else with him, but the Omnikings do erase Universe 4 from existence before Catella can follow through with his threat. The narrator reveals that 12 minutes are left in the Tournament of Power, and that is how we end this episode. So, yes, the episode after the episode where 2 universes were erased from existence marks when another universe was erased from existence. In this case, Universe 4 was the universe that was erased from existence. So we get to see Shansa, the last visible fighter obvious fighter. Yes, so this episode revealed the ability of Shansa, the last obviously visible fighter of the Universe 4 team, and we finally get to figure out the deal about the 2 secret fighters of the Universe 4 team, Gami Salas being an invisible fighter, and Damam being an extremely small fighter, to the point where his appearance isn't immediately obvious to most characters. And yes, this episode also featured another reference to classic Dragon Ball. Like Master Roshi brought up in the episode, and like I mentioned in the recap earlier in this video, Yamcha actually faced off against an invisible fighter back in classic Dragon Ball. To go into greater detail for those who might not be too familiar with classic Dragon Ball, this happened during the Fortune Teller Baba sub-saga. Goku and several of the other characters had to defeat 5 fighters that represented Baba in order to have Baba tell their fortune. So one of these fighters was an invisible man. The Funimation dub at least calls the invisible man See-Through. So yes, Yamcha faced off against See-Through the Invisible Man, and Master Roshi having a nosebleed is what led to See-Through becoming visible, which allowed Yamcha to defeat See-Through. Now, in the edited version of the Funimation dub of that particular episode, see-through became visible when the characters used tomato soup. And yes, it's pretty understandable why they would change that for the edited version of the Funimation dub of that particular episode. But yes, so Gami Salas, the Invisible Fighter, was a reference to See Through the Invisible Man, which I thought was pretty... like I said, it's always nice to have references to classic Dragon Ball, so I did appreciate them referencing one of Baba's fighters from the classic Dragon Ball series. And Damam also was a pretty unique fighter. I think most fans have said Damam may very well be the smallest character in the franchise at this point in time. But yes, Shansa's illusion abilities, Gami Salas being invisible, and Damam being incredibly small to the point where he almost seems invisible. This helps to continue to highlight how Universe 4's main theme, if you will, is deception. Or yes, Universe 4 mostly relies on deception. Deception is pretty much the main theme of Universe 4. So, yes, I thought these last three fighters did well at showing why Universe 4 could be considered the Deception universe. And, so the Universe 4 fighters have all been eliminated from the tournament, and Universe 4 has been erased from existence. And while most of the Universe 4 characters did take their defeat with dignity, the same can't be said for Universe 4's destroyer, Kitella, who was very much a sore loser. Kitella was actually willing to try and take others out with him, but he obviously didn't get to follow through with his threat because the Omni Kings erased Universe 4 from existence. But in any case, Kitella being a sore loser kind of highlights, Kitella being a sore loser highlights how Kitella in particular has proven himself to be a hate sink. He's a character that no one's really supposed to like, or he's not a very likable character, and that's the point. He's not supposed to be a likable character. Now, most of the destroyers have already shown themselves to be ungrateful jerks because they keep blaming Goku for their universes being erased from existence, even though the Grand Minister already admitted that the low mortal level universes were already going to be erased from existence, and Goku's reminder actually gave the already doomed universes a chance to survive. So because of that, most of the destroyers, along with some of the Supreme Kais and even some mortals from other universes, already came off being ungrateful jerks. But Kitella stands out among those other characters, and the destroyers in particular, for being the most unlikable of the destroyers. I've seen some fans make the argument that Kitella could probably be considered the only evil destroyer, or at the very least, Kitella is as close to an evil destroyer. Or yes, some fans think that Kitella is as close to an evil destroyer that you can possibly get. But yes, Kitella proved to be particularly unlikable because he tried to sabotage the Universe 7 team before the Tournament of Power even begun. Kitella was also shown to be a bit of a hypocritical jerk throughout the tournament, and right at the end of his existence, he proved himself to be a sore loser. So while most fans do feel sympathy for the characters that have been erased from existence, Kitella seems to be one of, if not the only character erased from existence that no one really feels sorry for, and some fans have even said Kitella deserved what happened to him after being such an unlikable character. But yes, Kitella definitely is one of the least sympathetic characters to be erased from existence. One could probably say Frost is also probably a character who isn't particularly sympathetic that was erased from existence. Now, another big detail about this particular episode, though, is the fact that Piccolo ended up being eliminated from the Tournament of Power. And from what I was able to gather, most fans weren't really happy about how Piccolo was eliminated from the tournament. And I do agree, I think the way Piccolo was eliminated did feel a bit anticlimactic. But having said that, I do think if you were to compare the anime to the manga, or the manga if you prefer, I would say Piccolo overall had a better showing throughout the Tournament of Power during the anime. We got to see Piccolo help Gohan with defeating the Universe 6 Namekians. Piccolo also had helped work together with Gohan against some Universe 10 fighters, And in this episode, Piccolo did manage to eliminate 2 of the Universe 4 fighters from the Tournament of Power, even though he ended up being eliminated by Damam, the last of the Universe 4 fighters. So, yeah, overall, while I do agree that, or part of the reason why I do agree that Piccolo's elimination also felt a little off, or felt a bit on the weak side to me, was because Namekians are supposed to have exceptional hearing, so you would think that Piccolo would have been able to pick up on Damam's location. Now, the episode does say that Piccolo was too focused on sensing Damam's energy signature to really pay attention to the sounds Damam was making, though some fans thought it was still kind of a weak explanation because of how Namekian's hearing is more exceptional compared to a human or a Saiyan in comparison. But overall, yes, while I would consider Piccolo's elimination, or the way Piccolo was eliminated, to be a bit on the weak side, I still do give the anime credit for giving Piccolo an overall better showing throughout the tournament compared to the manga, or the manga if you prefer. And I do still think that at least Piccolo did manage to eliminate 2 of the Universe 4 fighters before he was eliminated. We did get to see Goku and Android 17 perform some teamwork when they defeated Damam, and I thought that was nice too. It's always nice to see some teamwork yes, I did appreciate seeing some more teamwork from some of the other Universe 7 characters, and Goku and Android 17's teamwork in particular stood out because it helps to highlight how Goku and Android 17 became fast friends shortly before the Tournament of Power started. So, besides that, yes, towards the end of the episode, the screen lingered on showing the Universe 3 fighters, or the Universe 3 fighters that are still participating in the tournament. So taking that detail into consideration, and also taking into account how the saga has been pretty much indicating that Jiren is going to be the final boss of the Universe Survival Saga, it seems pretty safe to say that the Universe 3 team will be the team that gets the focus, or the Universe 3 team will be the team that's facing off against the Universe 7 characters next. So, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that, and of course we'll go into greater detail about that in the recap and thoughts video for the next episode, since that's all I'm going to say for now for the sake of the dub-only viewers. But yes, Universe 3, the Universe 3 characters that are still participating in the tournament will get their chance to have the spotlight in the next episode. That's all I'm going to say for the time being. So otherwise, I would say that's about it for this episode. So yes, I did like how we finally got to see more of the Universe 4 characters. We finally got to see the secret fighters for the Universe 4 team. We got to see Shansa's ability, and I think they all did well at highlighting how the Universe 4 team is the team that mostly relies on deception. And like I said, Kitella had proven himself to be a very unlikable character. He's arguably as close as we're going to get to an evil destroyer, so he definitely, it was definitely different how Kitella reacted, or yes, most fans definitely didn't feel sympathy for Kitella being erased from existence, and it's not hard to understand why, considering Kitella had proven himself to be very unlikable and very sneaky and deceptive, and just, yeah, all around a hypocritical jerk, and a lot of other unflattering comments, to say the least. So Kitella being erased from existence definitely stood out, since he's arguably one of, if not the least sympathetic of the characters erased from existence so far. And like I said, I do think Piccolo being eliminated the way he was a weak point for the episode, but I still do give the anime credit for giving Piccolo a better performance throughout the Tournament of Power. And at least Piccolo was able to eliminate 2 of the Universe 4 fighters before he ended up being eliminated from the tournament. And I did like seeing more teamwork from Universe 7 characters, whether it was Gohan and Piccolo or Goku and Android 17. And yes, so now we're down to just 3 teams still participating in the Tournament of Power. The 7th Universe team, the Universe 11 team, and the Universe 3 team. So Yes, the end of the episode hints at the fact that the Universe 3 team will get the focus in the next episode, so we'll be sure to talk more about that in that episode's recap and thoughts video. But for now, I would say that's it for this episode. So as of this video, we've now discussed the Funimation dub of episode 119 of Dragon Ball Super on this channel. Take care, and until next time.